Hi, I'm Jodi Stuber, and I have Hopewell Ranch in Wademan, Michigan. Hopewell Ranch is the therapy farm where we provide services for children, veterans, families and individuals, people who are in need of mental health services. And we are excited today to share with you all the good things that we get to do. A lot of times people ask us how the ranch was begun, and Hopewell Ranch started out of a personal tragedy. My husband and I, in January of 2003, found out that we were pregnant, and our two children were teenagers at the time, so this baby was a surprise. We were really excited, nervous, but sadly, I developed toxemia, and in June 1st, our baby died, and on June 2nd, we gave birth to her. And she was precious, she was beautiful, but she obviously was not alive. So I looked at my husband and I said, we need to name her. And he said, yes, but what? And I said, how about hope? And immediately the Lord spoke to my heart and said, hope will rise again. And I needed that. I needed that to come home, to be a wife, to be a mom, to take care of our family. And I needed it to know that I was going to be okay. So I went home and started walking, really praying, and articles about horses and healing kept coming across my path. And those articles really breathed life into me, because in my high school years, I struggled. I struggled with anxiety and depression. I made some bad choices, and my mom and dad, out of concern for me, I was in 11th grade, they put me in a college level class, an equine class. Equine is a fancy word for horses. And I was able to do that at the college level, and it really helped me. It ministered to my heart at that time. It helped me to believe in myself, gain confidence. So when I found these articles, it was like an echo from my past. And then in April of 2004, I went into a Tractor Supply store, and there on the shelf was a book called Hope Rising. Those words, hope will rise again, and hope rising, really resonated with me. I sucked the air out of the room, and I bought the book. It's by Kim Meter, who runs Crystal Peak Youth Ranch in Bend, Oregon. And she takes broken children and broken horses and brings them together. And in that process, God does the miraculous. So as I'm reading this book, I was sobbing through it because there's so many poignant stories. And Ty came home one day, and of course I was in tears, and he said, are you okay? And I said, I am. I said, it's this book. So I shared it with him, and he said, wow, Jodi, I really think this is what we need to do. So in that moment, Hopewell Ranch was conceived and born in the memory of our daughter and to the glory of the Lord. And it's been an incredible journey that started 17 years ago, and I am just floored at all the things that God has allowed us to be a part of. So here's a picture of Ty and I, and we are partners in this. Ty's really behind the scenes. He does a lot of the farm work. He does a lot of the maintenance, getting the hay, all those good things. And we're just really blessed to be able to serve at this ranch. He does have a full-time job outside of the ranch, but he helps whenever he can. I have an incredible team of people. Hopewell Ranch wouldn't be what it is without these beautiful people who come along and support me and Ty and this good work that we do. Amanda is our administrator, Jessica's our office manager, Tanya's our volunteer coordinator, Cherish is an assistant volunteer coordinator, and Kelly and Emily are both equine specialists, and we couldn't do this without them. And we have an incredible mental health staff. I believe I said earlier that we are a therapy farm. So the work that we do is more on the mental health aspect than the physical, but we do riding at the ranch. It's just not quite as much as you might think. So we have Linda Walterite, who's a licensed professional psychologist. We have Tracy, who's a counselor as well as a licensed play therapist. And then we have Pam, who's also a licensed counselor. And all these ladies are also very versed in horses. But one of them, Tracy, when she started with us, she'd always loved horses and had a lifelong passion for them. So coming to the ranch, she came just because of loving horses. And so then we found out about, her gifts and talents, and so we really encouraged her to be a part of our team, and she's just brought a beautiful gift to us. So we're blessed to have all these wonderful people working with us. So I'm going to take a little bit of time and share some of the programs that we offer at the ranch. I love this picture of Puzzle. This is Puzzle Jack, and he's a hoot. He is one of our donkeys. He's a mini donkey, and he is full of mischief as well as just an abundance of cuteness. Everybody loves him. We are Egala certified at Hopewell Ranch, which in Egala stands for Equine Assisted Growth and Learning Association. This is an internationally known model for doing mental health work partnering with horses. So we do equine assisted counseling, equine assisted learning, equine assisted professional development, and it's just incredible because the horses mirror what's going on inside the person. So if somebody comes and they're really feeling shattered, the horses will pick up on it and they will want to minister to them. One of our horses, Mercy, is very, very good at her job. Mercy is a horse that came out of a bad situation. You'll see a photo of her later, but she came out of an abuse and neglect situation with 9 other horses and 50 dogs. And so her life has been transformed by coming to Hopewell, and she really keys in on people who have challenges where they've been abused, neglected, or just feeling shattered. And she is just a beautiful example of helping people and children and adults who've come to the ranch who have come out of traumatic pasts oftentimes gravitate to her or she gravitates to them. We had a veteran come to us and he spent time with her and he said, "What is it about her?" And I said, "Tell me a little bit about you." And he said, "Well, I enlisted to get away from the chaos of my life. There was a lot of abuse and neglect." And I said, "Your story parallels Mercy's." So he went home and slept for 9 hours after spending time with her. He came back to the ranch and told me this, and he was so excited because he had not been able to sleep since he got back. And this is a problem that a lot of veterans experience with PTSD. So it was an honor for us to be able to serve him and allow Mercy to serve him. So Egala always has a mental health practitioner, always has an equine specialist, and to be an equine specialist, you have to have 6,000 horse hours. 6,000 horse hours does sound like a lot of hours, and it is, but it translates to 3 full-time years, of working with horses. And then, of course, the team member we like to think is the most important is the horse. And so those horses really do all the work. And when they do their work, they love it. It's 100% on the ground, so nobody's riding. So that way the horse can truly be its true self and mirror what's going on in that arena. So we could take a family and work with 3 horses and see certain outcomes, but then we could also see another 3 people with the same 3 horses and have a totally different outcome. So it's pretty remarkable how these animals can pick up on the nuances of what's going on inside us. The other thing I do love about Egala is that it's solution focused, meaning we hold the solution within us to our own problems. And so the horses just help us to figure out what those situations are and help shift it in our brain to a place that it's accessible so that people can get well. It's powerful stuff, and I love it because I feel like I have a ringside seat to miracles every day. Project Solomon is near and dear to my heart. Project Solomon is our veteran program, and we serve our veterans by gifting this service to them. We do use the Egala model. Currently, we are hosting Project Solomon on Tuesday mornings from 10 till noon. And we have amazing breakfast that a veteran, he's 18 years in the Army, and he's 100% disabled, but he comes out to the ranch and he cooks breakfast for us every Tuesday. And then we go and spend time with the horses. The food is a common denominator. Everybody loves food, and it gives us this opportunity to be together. So we enjoy that time together and fellowship, and then we go spend time with the horses and receive whatever it is that we need during that time. When I say we, I mean they. And we do provide this service to them as a gift because they've served our country, so the least we can do is serve them back. This is a picture of Bob and Kai. Kai is a new horse at the ranch. He's a Mustang, and a lot of people, especially veterans, gravitate towards our Mustangs. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's because they come from a wild past or if it's the idea of freedom. But I love this photo. In the fall, we partner with Warriors Hope, which is an organization in the thumb of Michigan. And they bring veterans to the ranch, and we host them. They stay in our cabins, and they get to spend time with our horses. They get to spend time fellowshipping, amazing food. Anyway, it's just a great healing time. We really love spending time with them. So Unbridled Potential, I love this program. It's very near and dear to my heart. I would have to say that when we started the ranch, this is the program that we started with, and it has changed and evolved, especially with COVID. It has really evolved. Last year, we decided to offer a mini camp, and we had 3 participants. This year, we were full. We had 20, and the program is about emotional regulation and relationship building. During COVID, of course, there was a lot of disconnect. Children couldn't go to school, people couldn't go to the store, people had to stay home. So, I mean, there was a lot of things going on that limited us. So, and a lot of the children that we work with come with different labels. And we want to make sure that we take those labels off so that they can be their free, true selves. So when we work with them, each child has a mentor, and they also have a horse buddy. And their horse buddy is, we try to keep the same horse buddy through the whole 8-week program so that they can feel that connection between their mentor and their horse buddy the whole time. A lot of times the children will see themselves in the horse, and it's pretty fun. One little girl said, "Wow, the horse was really wiggly today, Mom, and didn't really listen very well." And the mom looked at her daughter and said, "Who does that remind you of?" And she said, "Me." So here's an image of 3 of our students with the horses, and they just loved it. It was such a time of healing and togetherness and connection, and also seeing emotions within the horses that the kids could relate to. So with our emotional regulation program, that is dealing with zones of regulation, which is color coding emotion. And so if a child is in the green zone, they're ready to go. They're calm and they're content and they're focused. If they're in the yellow zone, they might feel the beginning start of dysregulation. So they might be feeling a little bit anxious. They might be feeling a little giggly, a little nervous. And then red is full on emotional dysregulation. So they might be angry. They might be hysterics, like laughing, uncontrollably. Anyway, so we were in blue, sorry, gotta say that, is I'm either tired or sick or just not feeling the best, maybe sad. And so we were able to color code the emotions, and then we were able to share with the children, well, gee whiz, what zone is this horse in right now? And the kids were able to put that together and really understand those zones. And then we were able to give them tools in their toolbox to understand how they might be able to get from one emotion to a more positive emotion. It's a great program. The kids loved it. On the last day, there were a lot of tears because they didn't want to leave. They really enjoyed their mentors, and they really enjoyed their horses. Part of the program is also a classroom. I did the classroom piece, so I was talking a lot about the zones of regulation, and we also offered a story every week, and the kids loved that. It was really fun for them. Our volunteers were incredible that we had working with us. We had interns, it was just amazing. I was just really blessed by how everybody came together to make this program work. We also have Young Farmer and Friends. Young Farmer and Friends is a program for children 3 to 7. Unbridled Potential is for 8 to 15-year-olds. I forgot to add that earlier. But we couldn't leave out our littles. They love the animals. They get to come out to the ranch. They get to spend time with the animals that we have. We have lots of animals. And it was a great time for them just to be in nature, to be able to experience craft time, story time, and animal time. It's just lots of fun. And during the summer, we offer that on Friday mornings for 4 weeks. And here's some more pictures of the children experiencing what we have to offer. We have gardens at the ranch. We have a sensory garden, and the kids absolutely love that. It's full of the 5 senses activities so that they can enjoy the flowers and the sounds and the smells and even the tastes. We have herbs there that they can try. And the picture on the right is the kids brushing Puzzle and Princess Lala. Princess Lala is a mini Appaloosa, and her name was Lila. And when I introduced her to our granddaughter for the first time, she said, "Princess Lala, the applesauce horse," because she couldn't say Appaloosa. So it stuck. Here's some more images of just spending time with our littles. Our sensory area was the best. The kids love the bubbles. They love the kinetic sand. They love to play the games that we had set up for them. They just really enjoyed it. And of course, the gentle, soft touch of a bunny. Parenting from the barn. Now we're super excited about this because we just received a grant from the Mount Pleasant United Way. And, it's the Isabella Gratiot United Way. And it's an evidence-based program that we are providing to parents at the ranch, and it's for parents who just need some support. It's designed to help them nurture themselves so that they can nurture their children. Because, when you're tired, it's hard. It's hard to, get the dishes done and make sure homework is done and make sure that your child is happy and healthy and do all the things that you have to do. So we love that we get to offer this program to our parents. We get to love on them. We get to encourage them. We get to join them in their journey. And so we really are excited about this program. So this picture is of Noah, and I would like to share a little story about Noah. Noah is on the autism spectrum. He's a darling child. We love him very much. And standing next to him is Mercy. And one year, his mom was bringing him to the ranch, and daily she would ask him, "Hey, Noah, do you want to go swimming?" And he'd say, "No." And she'd be like, "Why don't you want to go swimming?" It made him anxious, and it made him nervous. So this went on, during the course of the summer. And after being at the ranch and working with Mercy, finally he went to his mom and he said, "Mom, I'm ready to go swimming now." And she said, "Really?" She goes, "What changed?" And he said, "Mercy. Mercy's my courage." I love that. I think that's the power of the horse and the connection that people can have with them. We also have prayer and ponies. We want to teach children that they can do hard things and still succeed, that they can face things and be resilient. We hope to offer them a deeper walk with God. It's the gift of service. They can come out to the ranch, they can serve by helping with chores. So they learn the care of the animals. It's not just being at the ranch receiving, they actually get to serve as well, serve the animals that we have at the ranch. They get to interact in nature. which we love. I mean, I think so many times now, especially with video games, and not that I'm against those, but I think a lot of kids like to sequester themselves in their homes and they don't ever get to go out and just be. And so we love that we get to offer them that time with us. Positive conflict resolution is something we focus on. How to work together as a group, that's really important. And we want to help them understand that they have gifts that they bring to the world. And that mistakes are necessary for growth, but they don't mean the end. We get to go beyond our mistakes and still succeed. We love the work that we get to do with our children because, you know, kids have great ideas. Something that's new at the ranch that's coming is we're working on having a general store. And my 10-year-old grandson is the one who came to me. People had been coming to me for years saying, we need to do this. And I was like, yep, sure. When he came to me and said, Grandma, we need to do this, I was like, you're right, we do. And so we have been writing a grant, and hopefully we'll receive that. And it will be a really exciting addition because we'll be able to partner with people of all ability at the ranch to learn those soft skills like communication, management of money, inventory, all those good things. And then hopefully they'll be able to go on and get jobs outside later in life. There's a ton of volunteer opportunities at Hopewell Ranch, a ton. From everything from being on our board of directors or cleaning manure, spending time brushing our horses, cleaning rabbit cages, working in our chicken coop, duck house. Hopewell Ranch is home to a variety of animals. We have goats, chickens, ducks, rabbits, horses, and of course our mini donkey. We have 2 dogs and a cat. So we have a lot of variety. So people, when they come out to the ranch, maybe they're afraid of horses. That's okay. We have other things that they can do. We have a vegetable garden. We have the flower garden. We have lots of opportunity for people to just come out. Maybe you have great organizational skills and you want to help us with that. Or computer skills. I mean, there's something for everyone at Hopewell Ranch. So we really hope that if you're interested, you'll join us. So the pictures I'm going to show you are one of our cleanup days. We did a huge cleanup in the spring, and it's really exciting to be able to offer that opportunity for people to come out and help us at the end of the season get things cleaned up and ready for the summer. We have amazing community impact. We are so blessed by our partnership with the Mount Pleasant Area Community Foundation, the United Way of Gratiot and Isabella counties, Culver's, our local Culver's is very supportive. So we've been able to receive grants, write and receive grants from both Mount Pleasant Area Community Foundation and United Way. And Culver's has been very kind and generous to us with all of the things that they've done. We also want to acknowledge the Midland Area Community Foundation and United Way of Midland. We are so blessed, again, by the support that we're receiving from the many different counties in our area. Hopewell Ranch is based in Wademan, Michigan, which is in Isabella County, but most of our people do come from there. But we're seeing as we grow, more people are noticing that our services are important to them and their family, so they bring the children as far away as Bay City, Saginaw, Midland, of course, the Gratiot County, Clare County. So we do see children from a variety of locations. Our veterans too, they're willing to come quite a ways because our service to them is a gift. And so because of that, they want to be able to avail themselves of those services, and we're very proud and blessed to be able to do that. Project Aware is a program that we have. It's a part of a SAMHSA grant. SAMHSA is a federal grant that stands for Substance Abuse and Mental Health Association. This grant allows for children to come from different school districts that have some at-risk markers, whether it's a parent is in prison or there's substance abuse of some kind in the home. just some kind of trauma. These children are identified by project aware managers, and they come to us at the ranch and we serve them, and that is using the Egala model. So they do see our licensed professional counselor or mental health practitioner, as well as the equine specialist and the horses. And it's a wonderful program. We are in year 4 of a 5-year program right now, and it's been such a blessing to be able to offer these services to these great kids and allow them to see themselves through a different lens, allow them to see themselves in a positive light. It's really wonderful for us to be able to do that. So like I said earlier, we are located in Weidman. Our office phone number will be up at the end. You can email us if you'd like, info@hopewellranch.org, or you can follow us on Facebook or Instagram and keep updated with all the things that we're doing. We have lots of fun things coming up. We have a couple different Christmas open houses coming up. One will be at the Midland Mall, one will be at Hopewell Ranch, and we hope you'll be able to join us for some of these fun family activities. They're a gift to the community, and on November 23rd at the Weidman Community Building, we will be providing a Veterans Thanksgiving dinner, and we're so excited about that. That'll just be a place for veterans and their families to come join us, and where we can serve them a delicious Thanksgiving dinner. Well, I'd like to thank you so much for joining me in this time of sharing with you about Hopewell Ranch and our therapy farm. I hope it inspires you. I hope it encourages you. If you need our services, please reach out. If you're in an area where you can't reach out to us and you need services, please reach out to someone, because you know what? This world needs you. We need you. And we care. Thank you so much for joining me today. God bless.